Alright, so I've been too good at this, keeping up this video blog, but I'm gonna try and get it going now. So I started off with January 31st, the 2011 50 minutes. Now I'm gonna start with January 2nd, because that was like first real day of the new year. Didn't do anything January 1st. So my dad called his date Mitsuki before 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 the shrine time of it. The shrine is like the Japanese go there for the New Year and everything to do their. It's like the New Year festival thing. Like they go there, you bow, you throw a coin in, you wash your hands, you take a little like tiny bowl of sake, you take a little bowl of sake, it's a super tiny bowl, and then you go out and get dinner, get lunch, whatever, whenever you go. So we went. We had met these girls the on New Year's Eve at this place called Latin Soul. Um, one was called Mitsuki, which sounds like Mitzi, my aunt, and the other one was Chie. And so my dad was interested in Mitsuki. They're these really good Latin dancers, so they can get down with salsa and bachata and all that stuff. So my dad was into Mitsuki and I was into Chie. So So he called up Mitsuki, got her number at the bar. He called her up, and so he's like, "All right, hey, so you want to go to the shrine on January 2nd, which was I think it was a Monday, so it was like Saturday night." So he called her, she was down, and then he was like, and then I had him like translate everything, and so I was like, "Hey, so since I can translate, you might as well ask her friend if she wants to go with Chris." So she called her up. She was like, "Yeah, I'm down." And so it was double day with my dad, as if me helping my dad get a day wasn't weird enough. I get a double day with my dad. So Monday rolls around. We head out. We take these Marines to this. Doesn't even matter. We take the Marines. We get to our dates. We met up at the wrong place. Like we went to one place, they went to another place, and they were like, "Hey, where are you?" And we're like, "Oh, we're here." And then we came over to them, and then they're like, "Okay, we met here, but what's the shrine?" So we go to the shrine, wait in this like 45-minute line down to the shrine. We're like checking there's like shops and stuff all along the way, and it's pretty cool seeing like all the food. There's like food and treats and toys and stuff, and there's like all kinds of people lined up down this street. And so we get to the shrine. You like clean your hands and like wash your mouth, and then you go throw a coin after a couple coins in, and you clap clap bow clap bow, and then you go to the sake station right over there, and you get this tiny little bowl of sake, and you take a little bowl of sake, and you're like, oh cool, and so you go and get your fortune, you pay like $1.50 to get your fortune. And so it's in Chinese, so it's in Japanese, and my date read my fortune. She was like, "Oh, it's an okay year for you." And then I looked at English, and I was like, study hard, be careful." And I was like, "Fuck that." So you go over to this line. So there's this big long line, like hanging with like a bunch of little like things tied up to it. And so you go there and you tie up your fortune to it, and it's supposed to be like you get rid of that fortune, you make your own fortune. You're just like, screw that, I'm going with my own fortune. So I do that, and then we all get our fortunes. Chie and Mitsuki's are good, and me and my dad's are the same. So we're all like Mitsuki and Chie are the same, and then me and my dad's are the same. And so we're like, whatever. So we all go to the car, get in the car, and then Mitsuki's like, "Hey, I'm hungry." And so my dad's like, "Are you guys hungry?" I'm like, "I'm down for whatever. I'm always hungry. I'm space." So so she is like, "Oh yeah, go for dinner." And so we stopped at this place by the American Village. I don't even remember what it's called. And so So we stopped by this place, and Japanese eat well. So we start off. My dad's a DD. Mitsuki, Chie, and I order beers. So we start off with beers, get some appetizers, keep the appetizers coming. We get the meal, which is like a piece of fish, like this big. And it's like we're all picking up fish, and there's a little another dish with like beef and onions or something, and just like it's like a tiny bit, and then you're just drinking beers all the while. So they fill up with like a lot of liquids, like they do a lot of soups and so that, and then it's taking a long time to get through one day. Uh, so uh, so we eat all the stuff, and then so we're still drinking beers, and then we get to the end of the meal. We're like, okay, we're good. And then they're like, oh, you gotta drink sake now. It's New Year's. We just went to the shrine, and so they're like, okay, we look at the menu shrine. You get sake. So there's like 5 types of different sake orders. So they go for one. They're like, oh, we're gonna try all. So I'm like, okay, right. And then so we order sake, a little sake toast. You say kampai, Kampai. You say kampai. It's like toast. And so they order another one. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then it's like drink it. It's like super small little glass of it, like that big. So we ordered, and then we ordered. They're like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "Oh, yes, that one." And then so we ordered another one. Blah blah blah. We ordered 5 things of sake between the three of us. We had 3 beers each. Anyway, so they're pushing us to go home. We go home. Blah blah blah. Whatever. That's it. So told you guys about that. So next is Lighthouse. So the lighthouse over. It's probably like 2 miles away. I drove there today. It's a really awesome place. I love to like get Wi-Fi and like take pictures for all you guys or something. But I have pictures anyway. But I like to like show you guys like the ocean and the coast and everything. It's just awesome. Sweet place. I went there today. I met these 2 girls called Chio and Yumiko. They're hairdressers, 22 and 26. They're pretty cool. They're friendly and everything. So Japanese girls are friendly towards American guys, to say the least. So there's this girl Faye at the University of Maryland place. That's she's pretty cute. I like to date her, but last time I saw her in public. I was with my dad and his date Mitsuki, and she had a guy friend, but whatever. We have plenty of time over here. So another big thing's been the car. Finally got a car. We were very happy. On the 20th of January, that was a Friday. Got a little Mazda Miata, which is awesome because it's just like a little pop top, so I can pop that down. Nice weather here in Okinawa, so I'm gonna be doing that like every day that it's not raining. Um, and it's really easy to park because it's small, and the parking spaces here are like that wide. Literally, no. They're like a lot smaller than American spots because everything's smaller here. Um, so yeah, that's the biggest things I can think of right now, and just update everyone on what I've been doing. Post this if you guys follow me, because I'm gonna have a kick-ass time here in Japan, and you're not gonna want to miss what I've been doing. Taking a Krav Maga soon, so like street fighting shit. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna be doing it soon. But yeah, looking for a job. Missing everybody back there, missing you. So yeah, just keep posted. Love you guys. Peace from Japan.